So tomorrow is International Workers' Day, tomorrow being the 1st of May, and all over the world we'll be celebrating the hard work of the worker or workers. Right here in Ghana, we want to speak to Dr. Edward Kwapong. He's the president of the Institute of Human Resource Practitioners on a number of issues pertaining to the workplace, particularly from the human resource angle. First, we want to explore the negatives of corporate culture and how we can surmount these things. For example, if someone has been a very long-serving member of an institution and seems entitled to things more than you do, how does that affect your work? These are some negatives of the work environment, and we want to find solutions to them. And secondly, diversity. The world is changing, dynamic. How can we accommodate these things? So I had to speak to Dr. Edward Kwapong. He is the president of the Institute of Human Resource Practitioners. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us on Joy Business.
Thank you to Joy Business. I'm very pleased to have you in my office this afternoon. Let me take this opportunity to wish all workers happy May Day. May the road always rise to meet them. May they have the wind always at their back as workers, and may they contribute to productivity in this country. For a productive country is always a prosperous country. So these are my initial comments for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Doctor. So I'll jump straight into it. First one, negative corporate culture. We get to a work environment and it's not supposed to be smooth, but sometimes certain things detract us from the path. For example, staff members who have been long serving think they're entitled, want to bully, and sometimes people are favored over others. How do we surmount such negative challenges in the corporate setting?
Culture is informed by the values, and I believe every organization or company has its own core values, and it's for management to ensure that these values are lived, not that people will rattle the values because they know them, but they are able to live according to that. It requires that then management will ensure that every employee falls in line with the values, and the values seek to ensure a very conducive work environment in terms of the ambience, the physical environment, the way we relate to each other, the way we are aligned to the corporate culture, the corporate vision, and work towards realization of that corporate vision. That should be there. I think what is missing is that we are unable to crack the whip as management, as leadership, and I think it behoves on HR to bring every line manager on board to understand this and to ensure that our culture is shaped by our core values, such that at the end of the day we are able to achieve what we intend achieving. So yes, I'm also aware of negative cultural practices, including what you mentioned, morning devotions. I'm a Christian, and I believe in the Christian faith, and I also believe that Christianity is a positive, or religion per se, is a positive force of life, and therefore we should encourage it. But then we should let people know that we don't share the same faith across the company in terms of workers, and therefore if you want to do morning devotion, why don't you do it at home? Why take company time that should be used for productivity, to worship God at the workplace, and the noise that comes with it, the excitement, and at times for hours we are engaged in morning devotion. I don't think that is the best. Worshipping God is a personal thing between you and your maker, and therefore you shouldn't spread it across every member of the organization. We have our own differences regarding religion. You also mentioned the fact that long-serving employees tend to think that they are entitled to certain benefits as of right, and therefore, whether they merit it or not, they want to have it. Yes, it's common, particularly perhaps in the public sector. In the private sector, it's more of achieving the targets, and therefore you don't have that luxury of a system that as a matter of right, you are entitled to certain benefits. No. Benefits are given to you on the basis of your contribution to the business, and therefore the performance management system should be said that hard-working employees, high flyers, are rewarded better than those who are below average.